to the online module on unconscious bias awareness. In this presentation, we will introduce you to the concept of unconscious bias, exploring its impact and significance. The aim of this presentation is to define unconscious bias, explain the science behind how biases are formed, and discuss the importance of addressing unconscious bias to create an inclusive environment. By the end of this session, you will be able to identify key factors and common types of unconscious biases. Here's what we'll cover first. We'll define bias and its types, then delve into unconscious bias and its prevalence. Next, we'll explore the mechanisms behind bias formation and the social and cultural influences. We'll discuss contributing factors and the impact of unconscious bias in the workplace. Finally, we'll highlight the importance of addressing unconscious bias and strategies for mitigation, including the implicit association test. Bias refers to a tendency to favor one thing, person, or group over another, often unfairly. Biases can be explicit, where attitudes and beliefs are consciously held, or implicit, where associations and attitudes operate unconsciously. Unconscious bias involves automatic associations and reactions to people based on social categories such as race, gender, and age. These biases form from societal and cultural influences and the brain's tendency to categorize information quickly, leading to stereotyping even among those who consciously believe in equality. Unconscious bias can manifest in various settings, often in ways that are not immediately obvious. In healthcare, for example, health professionals may unconsciously favor certain patients over others, which can impact the quality of care provided. In the workplace, unconscious biases can influence hiring and promotion decisions, potentially leading to less diversity and inclusion within an organization. In education, teachers' implicit biases can affect how they perceive and treat students from different backgrounds. Research has shown that Black students, particularly boys, are more likely to be disciplined more harshly than their white peers for similar behaviors, highlighting the significant impact of unconscious bias. Studies have shown that unconscious bias is widespread. Research from the University of Washington and Yale introduced the implicit association test, or IAT, which measures unconscious or implicit biases. According to this research, 95% of people harbor unconscious biases influenced by the culture and societal attitudes they are exposed to. This high prevalence indicates that nearly everyone has some form of unconscious bias, which can affect various decisions and behaviors, often without the individual's conscious awareness. Understanding the prevalence of unconscious bias is the first step in addressing and mitigating its impact. The formation of biases involves several cognitive mechanisms. One key mechanism is cognitive categorization, where the brain categorizes information to simplify the world, leading to generalizations. This process helps us navigate the complex social world quickly, but it can also result in overgeneralized beliefs and stereotypes. Another mechanism is social learning, where biases are learned from societal norms, media representations, and cultural messages. Heuristics, or mental shortcuts, are also used to make quick decisions, often based on stereotypes. These cognitive processes, while efficient, can lead to biased thinking and behavior. Social and cultural influences play a significant role in the formation and reinforcement of biases. Media portrayals often depict stereotypical images of different social groups, which can reinforce existing biases. Cultural norms and societal values also shape our perceptions of different groups, influencing how we interact with others. Additionally, experiential learning, which includes both direct and indirect experiences with diverse groups, can influence our biases. For example, if someone has limited interaction with a particular group, they may rely more heavily on stereotypes when forming opinions about that group. Several factors contribute to the formation of biases. Biological factors, such as evolutionary psychology, suggest that categorization and a preference for in-group members have survival benefits, which can lead to biased thinking. Environmental factors, including the environment in which one is raised, also shape attitudes and beliefs. Family, peers, and community influences play a significant role in the development of biases. Psychological factors such as cognitive dissonance, confirmation bias, and the need for cognitive consistency can reinforce existing biases. Understanding these factors helps us recognize the complexity of bias formation and the need for comprehensive strategies to address it. Unconscious biases can significantly impact hiring practices in the workplace. These biases can lead to discriminatory hiring, where candidates from minority backgrounds may be overlooked despite having comparable or even superior qualifications. This not only affects the individuals who are unfairly assessed, but also results in a lack of diversity within the organization. A lack of diversity can stifle creativity, innovation, and problem-solving capabilities, as diverse teams are often more effective in addressing complex problems. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize and mitigate unconscious biases in hiring practices to foster a more inclusive and dynamic work environment. Unconscious biases also affect career advancement opportunities within organizations. These biases can influence performance evaluations and promotion decisions, often disadvantaging women and minority employees. As a result, these groups may face additional barriers to advancing in their careers, contributing to persistent wage gaps and a lack of representation in leadership positions. Addressing unconscious bias in career advancement processes is essential for creating a fair and equitable workplace where all employees have the opportunity to succeed and progress based on their merits and contributions. Unconscious biases significantly impact team dynamics in two crucial ways. Firstly, they reduce diversity of thought, leading to homogeneous thinking that limits creativity and innovation within the team. Secondly, biases decrease morale and engagement. When team members perceive that biases influence decisions and interactions, it results in lower morale, reduced engagement, diminished motivation to contribute, and overall decreased productivity and team effectiveness. Furthermore, biased practices can harm an organization's reputation. Companies known for biased practices may struggle to attract top talent and could face backlash from clients and customers who value diversity and inclusion. This reputational damage can result in financial losses and a diminished market position. Addressing unconscious bias is essential in creating a fair and equitable society. Unconscious biases can lead to unintentional discrimination, impacting individuals and organizations alike. In the workplace, these biases can affect hiring practices, performance evaluations, and career advancement, often disadvantaging women and minority groups. This not only perpetuates inequality, but also hinders the organization's ability to leverage diverse talents and perspectives. Unconscious bias has significant economic impacts as well. Employee dissatisfaction and disengagement resulting from biased practices cost U.S. companies between $450 billion and $550 billion annually due to decreased productivity and increased turnover. By addressing these biases, companies can reduce these costs and improve overall performance. Furthermore, understanding and mitigating unconscious bias fosters an inclusive environment where all employees feel valued and respected. This inclusivity promotes diverse thinking and innovation, as employees are more likely to contribute their unique ideas and perspectives when they feel their contributions are valued. Beyond the workplace, addressing unconscious bias is crucial for societal equity. It helps break down barriers and promotes equal opportunities for all individuals, regardless of their background. By fostering an environment that prioritizes fairness and equality, organizations can set a positive example for the broader community. Mitigating unconscious bias requires a multifaceted approach, combining training, policy development, and continuous assessment. First, training and education are essential. Implementing comprehensive training programs helps raise awareness about unconscious bias and educates employees on how to recognize and counteract these biases. Such programs should include workshops, seminars, and interactive activities that encourage self-reflection and discussion. By fostering an environment of learning, organizations can help employees understand the impact of their biases and equip them with strategies to mitigate them. Second, developing inclusive policies is crucial. Organizations need to establish policies that promote diversity and inclusion, ensuring fair treatment and equal opportunities for all employees. This includes revising hiring practices, performance evaluations, and promotion criteria to minimize the influence of biases. Inclusive policies should also address issues such as pay equity, flexible work arrangements, and support for diverse employee resource groups. By embedding inclusivity into the organizational framework, companies can create a more equitable workplace. Third, continuous assessment is vital for sustained progress. Regularly assessing workplace practices and behaviors helps identify and address biases that may arise. This can be achieved through tools like employee surveys, bias audits, and performance reviews that specifically look for patterns of bias. Continuous assessment ensures that the organization remains vigilant and responsive to emerging issues, fostering a culture of ongoing improvement. The Implicit Association Test, or IAT, is a powerful tool designed to measure unconscious biases. By taking the IAT, you can uncover your own implicit biases, providing a crucial starting point for addressing and mitigating them. The test works by measuring the strength of associations between different concepts and stereotypes, revealing insights into your unconscious attitude. We highly recommend this test for anyone interested in understanding and addressing unconscious bias, and encourage you to visit the IAT website and take the test yourself. This experience can help you understand your personal biases and their potential impact on your decisions and interactions, both personally and professionally. Gaining this self-awareness is a valuable step towards fostering inclusivity and fairness in your environment. In this presentation, we've explored the concept of unconscious bias, also known as implicit bias. These biases are automatic and involuntary attitudes or stereotypes that influence our understanding, actions, and decisions without our conscious awareness. Research indicates that 95% of people harbor some form of unconscious bias, which significantly impacts areas such as the workplace, healthcare, and education, perpetuating inequalities and limiting diversity. We examined how these biases form through mechanisms like cognitive categorization, heuristics, and social learning, influenced by biological, psychological, and environmental factors. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial for recognizing the pervasive nature of unconscious bias. Addressing unconscious bias is essential for creating inclusive environments. Strategies such as bias training, developing inclusive policies, and implementing continuous assessment are vital for promoting fairness and equity. By committing to these strategies, we can work towards a more inclusive, diverse, and equitable society. A list of references supporting this presentation is available for further reading. These references provide additional insights and research on the topics discussed, offering a deeper understanding of unconscious bias and strategies for addressing it. Thank you for participating in this presentation. We hope it has provided valuable insights into the importance of recognizing and addressing unconscious bias, and we encourage you to apply these strategies in your personal and professional lives.